to start just a little early. 1 second early. Hey, what's up, Scott? Welcome here with Imagination Creation Films, and today it is Friday, September the 8th. My gosh, where has the time gone? And it's time for a live stream. It's Friday. I'm back. I'm back home. I'm done with my travels. I got one little short trip here in about 4 weeks, 3 weeks, something like that. But other than that, I'm back. I'm back in the saddle again. Yeah, that did not get me demonetized because, yeah, Aerosmith would be like, no, you don't sound at all like us. No, you get that one. It's you. It's all you. How's my audio sounding? Is my audio sounding good? Because it'd be awesome if I can make it 4 live streams with good audio. Is it possible? No, I doubt it. Not with me around. But you know how everything's going. But we got Puppy Cam. Puppy Cam's back. We're enjoying life. We are back. Our travels and our feature and all of that is done, and I've got, oh my God, I got so many videos to make. I've been writing scripts like crazy for all the video. I kid you not, I have 22 reviews to do. Gotta hit it, gotta go. And it'll be amazing. One of the first ones will be it's this guy right here, the Lawa Proteus, because it has to go back real soon. So that is going to be like the first one. And we've got a whole bunch. I mean, we've got Lawa Proteus, the Lawa Rangers. We got the Super 35 V-RAPTOR. We've got the E&D, the red DSMC3 monitor. We've got the breakthrough, the PL, this thing. What the heck is it called? The Cinema DFM. We've got that. We've got more updates on Komodo X. We've got the Nightwalkers from Sire, which the Puppy Cam is on the Sire at T1.2. We've got those lenses. We've got a 800 millimeter lens from Canon that is way too awesome to not review because it's just really cool. I need to fix something. That's pretty bad. I moved this. Let me look real quick because there's so many things to review. I have a list, actually. I have a list. Oh, and if you didn't notice, they got me. They got me too. I have the squishy shoes. They're really not bad. The only problem is the little button on the side. Kind of irritates me. It really does. Also, it's funny because these Crocs are supposed to be pepper, but they pink. So, you know what? I'll rock that. I got no problem with that because it's too cool. Also, we got cages. Lots of cages and builds for Komodo X to review. We've got the Bright Tangerine, which is currently on here, which is awesome. We've got the, hello, what do we got here? We got a little bit of, or is that? Is that dripping on there? Let's see. Oh yeah, look at that. We got teleprompter problems. I'm ready for a new teleprompter too. We got let's see what else we got here. We got cages from Bright Tangerine, got cages from Condor Blue and Mid 49. And I got to tell you, if you are a Komodo X owner, there's some awesome solutions for you. The Port Keys monitor. Let's see. I've got some Safe Express Type 2 cards. Axoon Wireless. Hollyland headsets. Something from Raubay. A bunch of stuff from Mutiny. I mean, it's a lot. There's going to be tons and tons and tons and tons and tons of review videos coming out real soon. Fast as I can crank them out. But I'm also going to intermix in there other videos that I've promised forever. So like the tutorials, instructionals, all that good stuff. We're gonna get this hard. We're gonna make it happen. I also got props to burn today. Let's see what else. The studio is going to be rapidly changing. So not a promise, but if y'all know me, it probably means a lot that this might be the last time you see this set on a live stream. As it is, because it's all going to change real soon. And typically the way I do things is I see it, therefore I must do it, and I see it right now. So it might change this afternoon. I might even start it right now. You don't even know. Timmy says, been a long time. I'm like, indeed. Welcome back to the interwebs. It is good to be back on the interwebs. Audio is okay. Well, thank you. Terry? Is that right? Terry? Or is it just Terry? I don't know. Help me out. Oh, yeah. Hey, Ollie, how are you? Puppy Cam is back. How was the trip? The trip was really, really good. It has its ups and downs. We literally went up in altitude and down in altitude. Look at that dog, man. He's like, his eyes are open, but he's dreaming. Yeah, he's going to have a bad dream here in a minute. But, I mean, it started off rocky, like Rocky Mountain National Park. It started off a little rocky. We literally did go there. With wildlife, not getting the wildlife that we were hoping to see. I mean, that's the thing about wildlife. The best way to get wildlife, stay in one place for 5 weeks, and wildlife will appear. But then things started picking up. Our biggest disappointment, we loved Glacier. Glacier is awesome, but they had, there's a road to the sun, goes way up high and then back down, and then you have to drive like 20 miles right along the river. And they had ripped up the road to resurface it. And so they had it all ripped up. It was just down to road base, and they had just graded it. And then, I mean to tell you, a gully washer, for those of you who are overseas, a gully washer is when it rains a lot. Yeah. But it rained a lot and turned that like 20-mile strip into 2-mile-an-hour pothole hell. And so we were like, we're not going to hang around. We're not going to hang around the glacier. So we went west, which was all part of our plan. Went up through, Washington State, went all the way to the very, 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 very top, and then kind of worked our way down the coast. It was a lot of fun. We definitely had some really cool stops along the way, and there's tons of footage. There's like 25 terabytes of footage, something like that. I shot a lot of footage on 4 different reds, and it worked out really well. A lot of weirdness on the way back, but everybody did well. Rex absolutely loved it, had a blast, except the one time when he almost took a tumble down the side of the cliff into the ocean. Poor pup. He wasn't really in any danger. We had him leashed, and we were in this like overlook bluff looking down like 500 feet down into the Pacific Ocean there in Cali. And he was in the nice, soft, fluffy grass, just enjoying life. Beautiful weather, it was nice and cool. And he just, stretched and rolled over on his back, which started down the hill, which we caught him. I mean, he wouldn't have gone more than 4 or 5 feet because we weren't that close to the edge. But I mean, his face was like, I swear if he had pants on, he would have pooped those pants. But we got him. He was all safe. No problem. Cinema DFM say, yep, Croc spotted. Yep. Justin Allen, hello, Scott. Hope you had a great trip. We did. We were just talking about it. Carlos, hello. Welcome back to your channel. Thank you, Carlos. I appreciate you. And howdy doody, hanging out. Hey, are you trying some new things on your channel? I noticed you're like with your Canon stuff, you're kind of going and doing kind of like a basic stuff. That's kind of cool. I like that. I dig it. Are you reviewing the DJI wireless transmitter system? I am not. I don't have it. I wanted to borrow it for my trip, but yeah, it didn't work out. I don't have a good contact at DJI, it appears. I have tried. I'm sure one day they'll notice me in the world, and that's fine. Let's see, what other things are going on? The cooking show is well, it's all part of the rebuild here, so everything could be better. I'm getting getting rid of walls. It's the only thing I don't like is, I always have 3 dimensions in my sets, whether it be 1 wall or 2 walls or 3 walls. No, 1 wall is not 3 dimensions, but 3 walls is like what I have here. And I really like that for the look, but I really don't like it in the studio. So we're going to a flat wall system, but I got to figure out something to give me a second wall, at least some kind of depth so that kind of falls off on the sides. I don't know what I'm doing there yet. We'll figure that out as we go. But we got lots of plans. Is this even doing anything? I can't tell if the chat's even working. Maybe it is. Usually it doesn't update forever, and I don't know if there's chat. Probably should just log in here and see. Let's see. What else is going on? Let's see if I click on that. What am I doing? View on YouTube. Yeah, that's what I want to do. There we go. Okay. There we go. Okay, there we go. Good. Okay, there. Okay, so I'm not too far off there. Okay, so Elysium, good to see you. It's good to see your text there. It is also actually hot as hell right now. So when I burn this prop, I'm going to feel the heat because as I turn on the ventilation system, I will be blasting the inside here with 106.2 degrees Fahrenheit air. Fun. But I do it for me. I mean, I'd say I'd do it for you, but come on, I'm doing it for me. Timmy, kind of like burning me. Yeah, it may have been the same storm system. Probably not, though. No, Burning Man was like a week later. It was something else. I'll tell you what. It was something else. Evan, the dog is living the best. That dog has visited more states than most people, and he is absolutely enjoying life right now. He is. How you doing, Evan? You doing good? He is. Oh, current bit rate is lower than the recommended. Well, fine. I'll give it some more bit rates. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens if I give it some bit. No, what? Oh, I'm giving it 86 degrees for 5 days in a row. It's a record. 86, really? And that's hot. That's like cool fall breezes here. I would totally take 86 degrees right now. Evan says, doing great. Love your content. Thanks, bro. Appreciate it. We need to work on something again. I miss working with you. You're a lot of fun. Evan, we worked on a reality show together. It was fun. I enjoyed it. Patrick, hey, make sure your 3D set don't make the talent too two-dimensional. Yeah, well, I doubt. I mean, I don't know if you look at me, but I am not two-dimensional at all. In my youth, I was a little bit two-dimensional, but I have not been two-dimensional in many, 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 many years, 30-ish years. Man, Rex, what are you doing, dude? His eyeballs, this is dark, by the way. I brought the levels down in the set just a bit. Ollie, I'm from the land of rain. What is this rain? What do you mean? Is that like moisture from the sky? That seems really weird. Carlos says toasty warm in New Dakota, North Dakota. 78. Can't wait for fall. I love fall, winter, and spring. I don't know why everybody here in the winter is like, I can't wait for summer. I'm like, you shut your mouth. You shut your mouth. No summer here. Oh, he's starting to have the bad dreams. That poor puppy. I don't know why he has such bad dreams. Oh, he's waking up. Nope. Oh, his eyes are rolling. Let's just check this out. Let's see what we got here. What are we zooming in on him? That poor puppy. He always has the worst bad dreams. And he's always running, too. You see his little paws. The sun is an estranged uncle for us. Ah, yes, the estranged uncle. The one who comes over every once in a while to visit and always has some strange stories. Justin says, last year, talking about the Kessler Crane Chaos software, you said you would be back with a detailed item-by-item breakdown of the software. You mean the walkthrough? Yes, I have opened my... Yes, I am going to do that. That is actually on the list of things to do as part of the tutorial series of things. But yes, that needs to be done. You are absolutely right. And thank you for reminding me. I'm going to put it on my list to make sure I don't forget it, even though it's not in the reviews, but full live tutorial on Chaos. Yeah, I had a whole system of videos that needed to be done, and then I totally forgot the system. Fall is the 33% ramp till winter. Fall to me is like 18% gray. It's just neutral. It's great. Everybody can relate. Everybody can see it. It's nice. Fall is, and spring is close to the neutral gray. I'm burping some Chinese food today. Been working on my fried rice. Did you know? I didn't know this, but I know it now. If you have a gas stove and you take off the little grate and you have that little disc that sits on top, I'll grab one. I'll grab one because it's kind of wild. I was unaware of this, and then I found out about it, and I was like, what? I'm going to take this too, just so you can see the things. Because this changed everything. So you got most stoves, except the very, very cheap ones. The very, very cheap ones have like a stamped burner, but like this is your burner on your stove. You take this thing off to clean it, and there's where the gas comes out. If you take this off, turn your gas to low and light it with a lighter, and it becomes a walk burner. I don't think they meant it on purpose, but man, will it put out the right heat. Because when you're doing a walk, this will distribute the heat on the edges. That's not where you want it on a walk. You want it at the very bottom. The side should just be warm through conductive, not through actual radiated heat. So the way you do it, it's weird because there's an oxygen depletion problem that you have to overcome. So you turn it to low, or the way I do it is put the lighter up against the hole right here, turn it on the lighter, then turn it to low, and it'll light. And it'll shoot up a flame about like this. Then put the walk ring on there and the walk. Then you can turn it up to high. Now mine it's weird. It doesn't react perfectly. And so it'll deprive itself of oxygen until it can suck the oxygen in. So what I have to do is weird. It's cranking it high when you put the walk on. If you take the walk off, it'll actually go out and shoot gas, which you need to turn off immediately. But the walk there actually sucks in oxygen. But if it doesn't sound like a jet engine, I just go under there and go blow on it real fast, which throws a little oxygen in there, and then it shoots the flame up, and now it can suck in the oxygen, and you'll hear it. But I mean, to tell you, doing this has changed my walk experience. I mean, I used to walk the walk, but now I talk the talk. It is, it's wild. Yes, the walkthrough. They really need a manual. I hear you. It's tough. I will be doing the live walkthrough, and then if that's the right thing, maybe we can do a full tutorial on it. It's awesome though. Have you pre-ordered the Atlas Mercury lenses? Any interest? I like them. I'm going to borrow them for review at some point in the future. I just want to make sure I have the right project for them. And then I will make full decisions on that at that time. Carlos says, while fall is super busy for me with commercial production, it is nice to not have to change my hat and shirt multiple times a day because of the heat. No kidding. Dude, and if anybody wants the $1 million idea, I mean, I don't know how to solve it, create a hat that doesn't turn white with sweat. I hate that. Like, I go through 3 or 4 of these hats a week. And hats are expensive. But, I mean, you wear them, you start sweating, and all of a sudden you get the little white ring of nastiness, and there's nothing you can do. Like, maybe instead of cardboard in here, maybe somebody come up with some plastic that won't wear. I don't know. Somebody needs to do that. Carlos says, so you basically come close to blowing yourself up during the startup process. No, because you don't blow yourself up when you're starting it on high and it's going, then it finally ignites. It's not that much gas. It's amazing. Try it. Just start it on low. Well, light the flame first. Start it on low and watch it. It's cool. Blown away by it. Ollie says, speaking of Kessler, I've been down a Kessler rabbit hole for the last couple of months. Cine shooter and shuttle dolly. Jason has been awesome and answered. Uh-oh. Did the Canon die? Really? Or does it? No, it doesn't have power save, does it? Oh, it does. Stupid. Come on, Canon. That's dumb. I'm feeling like Phil Holland here with my Canon shutting off all the time. Jason is awesome over there at Kessler. He is incredibly awesome. And they got stuff cooking. Bro. I'm telling you. The stuff that's happening, people gonna like it. Carlos says, yeah, I shouldn't try. Patrick says, I think it's now illegal to buy gas stoves in the great woke North, anyways, California. CA, Canada, or California. They've definitely said it here. They're going after everything, and good luck. Good luck on that, because electric ain't it. Not for everything. Rabbit hole, of course, because, it's me. I love green energy. I have solar back over here. I really love it. Texas has one of the largest solar and wind farms in the world, really. It's not the largest, but it is one of the largest. I believe it's now number 1 in wind farms in the U.S. But the other day, so we've been having some steady issues all summer. We've been like really hot all summer, no question, 100 plus degrees. And so like 108 degree, 109 degree days we've had that were like causing problems in the grid. The other day we had a 101 degree day. And they're telling us to conserve, that, everybody needs to set the thermostats, blah, blah, blah. Why? Because the wind wasn't blowing. That is a problem with wind and solar, is if you don't have enough resources to run 24/7 without the wind and solar, what do you do when the sun stops and the wind stops for a day on the hottest day? You got to think about that. We need nuclear. We need nuclear everywhere. And you know what? You don't have to run those things are amazingly efficient. You can cover them up and they stop producing. Uncover them, they start producing. It's that quick and that simple. And so you can counteract. We could do green, and nuclear is actually exceptionally green. Just my thoughts. But yeah, I'll have a couple of gas stoves in reserve if they do ban them. Ollie says the only thing I would change on the Cine Shooter app is the slider control. Constantly Oh, I know. I know. Would love a larger interface for it. Yeah, the app. I've had lots of conversations with Eric about it, and I get it. I understand. Number one, the Cine Shooter app is designed to be simple. It is designed to just operate on your phone and not be complicated. Chaos is the one that can do everything. The holdup on everything, Ollie, well, not the holdup, but the real dig on why it constantly does that is if you move something and then you let it go, it doesn't give you the screen back until it's actually reached its target. So if you have pan on like a really high ramp, so you slide over your finger and then you let go, it's going to go like that. So it's not going to give you the screen back until it stops and says, I'm done. Then you could do the slide. So you reach up there to grab the slider next and you swipe over and you're like, because you actually don't have the screen. I feel that. I do feel it. Hello, Eric. A while back, you posted a video from your garage of an overhead rigged Kessler slider and motion control system. Yeah, I'd like to know how you set that up, if possible. Love your content, by the way. Yep, it's very simple. Shuttle dolly. So the Kessler shuttle dolly is their dolly. It's a very high capacity. I used 2 super combos on the end, and I lifted up the entire rig overhead, put the shuttle dolly up there. Underneath the shuttle dolly, I dropped a hi-hat down from the middle with a ball head attachment, and then I put the Cine Shooter mounted upside down on that. That gave me my 3-axis move there, so I could move forward and then side to side. Overhead rigged. There were several other options that I had done with that. I have also, underneath the shuttle dolly, I put a Cine slider mounted upside down. So you have the shuttle dolly moving this way, and I had the Cine slider this way. So the Cine slider would go moving along the track with the shuttle dolly. That way, then the Cine Shooter could now move in an XY pattern. The only negative with that is the 3-foot Cine Shooter. If you have a heavy weight on there, you're gonna bow. I mean, there's no way to prevent it. It's as you go all the way to these sides, it's going to kind of tilt a little bit. So I always limited my moves a little bit. But there's lots of pictures of it, and there's a couple of videos in the behind the scenes for how I did that. But that's in a nutshell how I did it. But if you have any further questions, ask them detailed down below, and I'll answer away. Justin says, Justin does not say, Justin does not want me to see. I was hoping it would show up as message retracted. I was going to say, Justin said. Patrick said, message retracted. Okay, fine. Justin says, I did, as Kessler, to see if they could allow the smart handle to be used as initial points and positions for all attached axis positions. Double clicking would move the time point. I see what you're saying. So you want to be able to do a set all on that. Yeah, I suppose that's possible. Another option for you would be to use the PlayStation 4 controller, because you can set, I'm pretty sure you can set all keyframes. Wait, let me think. Wait, you're saying used to set initial points and positions for all. Oh, I see. Hold on. You're talking about extents. So the start point and end point. Yeah, that should be doable. I'm not sure how much programming that would require. I mean, that would be cool. I can see that. That'd be good. That's a good request. I dig it. Ollie says, that makes sense. I don't know what makes sense, so I went past it. You know, I'm so slow. Welcome back, Showtime Scott. Hey, what's up, King? That overhead rig with the Movi was the first clip I saw of yours. Oh, well, thank you. Thank you very much. Wow, that was a long time ago. That was a long time. Oh, that was a long time ago. Oh, yeah. Justin says, point of interest, the Dana Dolly universal ends are 12 inches wide. The Kessler crane shuttle dolly width is 11 across. I do wish they were the same. So what you could do is, you know, the shuttle dolly, let me look real quick. Let me look. I'm visualizing it wrong. What's up, Rexy? Let's see here. Let me look at the shuttle dolly. Yeah. Okay. So the shuttle dolly is not square. The shuttle dolly is rectangular. So have you considered rotating the shuttle dolly 90 degrees and seeing what those measurements are? And oh, look at that. Here we go. Start the timer, everyone. 60 seconds on the clock. And then either a sneeze or a roll. And Justin, if it happens to be more than 12 inches, you know, the cool retractable wheels, just retract in 2 wheels until it reaches 12. And then you got it. Eric says, thanks for sharing. You lost me with some of the terminology, but that's okay. There he goes. Ask Eric, tell me what you didn't get. I'm happy to explain it. I have no issues whatsoever with explaining this stuff. I love it. I love helping. It's what I do. It's my thing. Oh, cool. I'll look for those vids. There's tons of videos on the motion control. Tons on that. Loud and clear. I discovered the Sear Magic Carpet Pro, the more robust aluminum one, a couple years ago, and would probably never go back to the other dolly systems unless I need a lot of track. The thing I didn't like about the Syrup, that's the rope controlled one, right? The uses the string. I didn't care for that. Ollie says, I ended up going with the high-speed quiet motor. Ooh, oh man, 84 inches and 2 seconds plus ramp. Yes, yeah, the high speed is no joke. No joke. Did you order with the special deal, Ollie? Did you get the special deal? I hope so. I will make sure that we can get the special deal going again. But yeah, and they actually have a faster motor than that. But you definitely have to think when you're doing high speed stuff, because man, does it gets active really fast with we just manually pan my camera. Yeah, here's the puppy. I'm gonna push the button too, just so it doesn't time out on us. B&H build deals seem sweet, but will we get better savings during the holidays? I don't know. I think right now they're trying to throw some deals to everybody all year round, because I know from talking with other manufacturers that they actually don't like the Black Friday stuff, because nobody orders anything until Black Friday unless they absolutely have to have it, in which case, yeah, they want to spread the love. So I'm good with that. I can't wait for this to go away, because I'm going to crack open an IPA and burn that prop. Not officially, of course. Clear says 84 inches in 2 seconds. You don't want any mics anywhere near that. Actually, it's really quiet. That fast motor is really quiet, but it doesn't have a lot of torque, and that's why. For sure, but it's not as loud as I thought. Right. I ordered through B&H simply because of shipping costs. Simply because of shipping cost. I feel like burning that prop right now. Boy, it's going to get hot in here. It's getting hot in her. I'm going to crack the window in here. Man, it's good to be back. It is so hard. I actually planned on having a couple of videos out this week, a couple of reviews, and I failed on that miserably, because it is hard to get back into the swing of things. I can't even get up on time. It's so weird. It was, if I had gone from like the East Coast to here, it probably would have been easier. But since I went from the West Coast, we're in the Pacific time, getting up at dawn's crack, then yeah, it's been a thing. Hey, buddy, what you doing? What you doing, buddy? Are you gonna say hi to everybody? You gonna say hi? You gonna say hi to everybody? You gonna show them your teeth? Give him that smile. That's my pup. That's my boy. Give me 5. Give me 5. Boop, boop. Give me 5. Give me that ball. Give me your ball. Give me that ball. Give me your paw. There it is. That's my buddy. That's my boy. Yeah. That's a good pup. He's looking at the camera. He's like, hey, how's it going? He always lays in the way. I had to manually get him up and move him over here, because he was like right there, and there's no room right there. It's so bad. It's so bad. Boop, boop. There he goes. Put 60 seconds on the clock. 60 seconds counting down. Are we getting a sneeze? Or are we getting... You want me to focus on the sneeze? Let's focus on the sneeze. He might do it. Nope. He's weeble wobbling, but he can't fall down. He's going over. He's such an awesome dog. There we go. There's the puppy cam. We got this guy. Let's see what we got for questions. Here we go. The SERP does have a rope, but I use it manually most of the time. Oh, well, yeah, in that case, I'm sure that's totally uneventful, per se. I mean, yeah. What's up, buddy? There's no, don't you get up and get in the way. You're going to make me move the camera again, aren't you? Yes. Turkey. Oh, you really did it too. I got to move the whole camera. I don't have a very wide, I don't have full frame on this, so I can't, what are you doing? Now you're being a turkey on purpose, aren't you? All right, close focus puppy. Who doesn't love the puppy cam? Who doesn't love puppy cam? Okay, let's see here. Well, hello, Jared. How are you? Yeah, he's back. I am back. I'm excited to be back. It's fun. Loud and clear. Hey, Jerry, I bought a Komodo X because of you, gosh darn it. Stop building such baller cameras. My wall of description. I'll tell you what, loud and clear. X is phenomenal. It is so good. It is by far the best valued $10,000 camera out there. I don't know what the new Sony's going to be priced at. I'm guessing it'd probably be a little bit more, but I mean, what a time to be a filmmaker. And the audio in X, the time lapse, the slow shutter, it's awesome. The frame rates, I love that X. X got a lot of work too. I put a lot of hours on it this trip. It got, what's up? Let's see, let's get a little better focus on the pup. Those eyes. Sorry about that. Jared says, sorry about that. And he goes, Mora alive? Greetings from Portugal. Greetings. Hello. Loud says, I'm kind of waiting for a redesigned monitor mount for the small HD Red before purchase. Just putting it out there. Yeah, I feel you. I feel you. My mount is not my favorite either. I do like the GDU handle mount though. That's a pretty slick design. Yeah, I'll see what happens here. That's the port keys right there. The DSMC3 is over there. I do like the DSMC3 monitor, but there's a couple of things that I absolutely don't like. The mount, yeah. The cable, yeah. The battery percentage, why is it microscopic on a 7-inch monitor? Why is it? It's I can't read it. I mean, I put on my cheaters and I can barely read it. It's tiny. And then why can't I tap on the audio meters and get to the audio meters? I mean, yeah. I don't know what you're talking about, Jared. I really don't. Burn that thing. I am destroying this prop. Jared says, yeah, the current monitor mount sucks. I mean, really bad. Yeah, it kind of do. It kind of do. I had a strange issue with mine, like right off the bat. And I was like, that sucks. But I like the screen. The screen is nice. It's a clear monitor. It's bright. It looks good, but that's so weird. Like some of the things on it, and then like sometimes it's like it takes a moment for the touchscreen to warm up. Because like when I first boot up and I start going to settings, it's like the whole mapping of my finger is off, and so it'll like click on different things, and I'm like, what? That's not what I'm doing. And then like a minute. What did I do now? I don't know what you're talking about. Hope Scott didn't say anything like a DSMC monitor mount. I didn't say anything. I didn't know what you're talking about. Be sweet or die. Hey, Scott and Jared. I just bought my first red camera today, the OG Komodo. After dreaming about it for so long, it's everything I hoped it would be and more. Thanks for helping this filmmaker's dreams. I mean, that's the team at Red. That's what they do. They, yeah. Was it, I'm pretty sure it was Jared said, I didn't grab my IPA, that said that they loved and hated the Raven because it allowed Reds to be in the hands of people who couldn't normally afford Reds, and that made them like happy because they love seeing what everybody does, and I mean that's cool. And Komodo, man, the price on that, yeah, OG rules, and my OG right here just went out of warranty too. That's a long warranty. That sucker's just cruising too. What about a new camera from Blackmagic? Little faith on that. No, there's one coming. There is. I don't know why they're holding up on it, but yeah, it's coming. Phil says, I don't actually mind the cable and the 15 millimeter rod, but the plastic sleeve makes me grumpy. Yes, Phil, that's what happened to me. The plastic sleeve. Well, actually, it was the 2 screws in the plastic sleeve that happened to me. Whew. CBB, though, could be better. Justice says, can you say anything about when the Red Pro IO ships? Wasn't that October? Jerryland, ha 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 ha. DSMC2 monitor is the X you can't get over. I mean, it was cool. It was cool. I do like that I can put that thing on with one hand. Did y'all get so good at it? Like I put my thumb on the base and I grab it, I set it down and made it up, and then I go floop, 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 and then floop, 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 and it's done. I love that base. But that ribbon cable thing was, I guess, one of their problem child that cost them a lot of money to make, and then it just, I guess, was a weak spot. I don't know. One fine chap on YouTube suggested the ancient Canon C100 for a real dirt cheap cam. What's the real main progress a decade later? Oh, a ton, bro. The C100 is a lovely camera. Owned one when not when they first came out. It was when they put autofocus in them. Loved it. Great camera. But it had the dynamic range of a black and white television from the 50s. Its codec was absolutely horrible. It was restricted in almost every possible way. It had the funniest shape on the planet, the potato cam, which Blackmagic is like, hold my beer. We could do a better potato cam. And they did. They created the bigger potato cam. But great camera. There's nothing wrong with it. I mean, other than the things that it's a great camera. It's really cheap, and it's really does good stuff. But what progress? Decade later? Oh man. Like how much time do you have? Camille, bringer of light, oracle of imagery. Oh, Rex, yeah. What are your predictions regarding IBC 2023? They're going to be a new Sony camera. I don't know. I mean, Sony's doing that, so I'm guessing Sony's going to do a couple other things. I don't know if Blackmagic's going to do IBC's release. I don't know. Everything seems to be so weird right now again. But I think Sony's camera is going to be really cool. I think people are going to like it. I think it's probably not going to be what everybody thinks. And then I think it'll be some things that people think. GoPro. Pfft. What is the difference between the 10, 11, and 12? Nothing. Make it like the DSMC2 monitor, but with optional Pogo extension. That system works nicely. I think the problem, Loud, is that they changed communications. Because like with the monitor, you have to have, I forget the name of they've got a protocol or whatever. And so you have to do that. And they can't use the old one. I'm not sure what the limitations were, but they went to it, and they're on it. And that's that. Exactly. Ollie. The plastic sleeves makes me sleepy. Yes. Yes. She's a baddie. The plastic sleeve is the source of our most of most of our embarrassment, but the list is long. Well, really that fall? Loud. If the rumor mill is true, which I believe it is, I think Blackmagic is waiting for lenses to be released before they release their camera, because they're going to that weird standard that like almost nobody supports, because it is interesting. What am I grabbing here? She says she got me something, but I don't know what she got me. She got me going sideways. She got me feeling like... Are these they? I don't know. What is this? This is... Well, okay. This is called Lovely Day. So how can you go wrong with a lovely day? Look at that, lovely day. It's a lovely day. I need my overhead camera back. Crack open one. Wow, thanks. Did I really just... It's no longer a lovely day. It reminds me of an Australian beer. Old Man Shakes Fist at Clouds. That tastes like... it tastes like grass. like mown grass. Interesting. Oh, whoa, lots of questions. Oh boy, this thing doesn't update. Blackmagic Design, I believe, has lost numerous filmmakers because they've not released any new camera in a timely manner. I mean, yeah, Justin, you're right. But there is a whole slew of filmmakers that are just fluid. They just kind of float around camera to camera to camera to camera to camera. It's funny because the monitor is sort of the only gripe with the DSM-C3. Everything else has been really stellar. Just a couple of odds and ends just need to be added, but it's a very easy system to work with. Minus those things that I mentioned, and the battery size thing. I do find that my DSM-C3 monitor gets really, really hot quick. Yeah, it does. I mean, it's a bright monitor, and it gets really hot. But that's cool. That's it. It does suck a lot of power, though. It definitely generates some power. Scott, your Bright Tangerine gear reviews sold me on a ton of Bright Tangerine gear. You should get commissioned. I don't want commission from them. I love those guys. They are truly committed to great things. I mean, this is on loan right now. You can't see it because it's so dark. This is the Bright Tangerine left field system for the Komodo X, and it is pretty darn good. And I had the Prodigy with me. I borrowed it to get some really good waterfall stuff, and I got some really good waterfall stuff. I had to hike a long, long way in Yosemite to get to the water because the water was not flowing because it's fall. Not a lot of snow melt in fall, But we did. We finally got it. We literally went to the splash pool of Lower Yosemite Falls, which means we had to do bouldering, which was a first for both of us, but committed to getting that shot. And we're literally like 10 feet from the water coming down and just like putting it in there. And then also Vernal Falls. We went all the way up to Vernal Falls and got that, which was a much better waterfall, actually. I kind of enjoyed that one a lot. But I did not enjoy the hike. That was the 5 mile, 1.6 mile hike. Yeah, it's only 0.8 of a mile to get to the bridge. But they start that 0.8 a mile from where you can park. So it's a thing. I'm a whiner. That's what I do. Blackmesh Design just makes weird stuff nowadays. A 12K Super 35 cam that says 12K on the side of it, but it's like it came from the Kerplow audio section of Walmart. It is a weird sensor design, so that they can get the 12K. One of the photo sites out of every 5 doesn't really provide much. Kind of weird. And when you pixel peep that, ooh, not pretty at all. Oh man, there's so many things. Jared says, yeah, there's a few things, thanks Phil, that are on my slit list. Oh, wait, Rex has changed his focus. I need to, I do. Oh wait, no, oh yes I do. I have a pan. There we go. Now I can pan to the pup. Boop, there we go. Pan to the puppy. But the monitoring situation is at the top. I really also hate needing the LEMO adapter for audio, but I guess that's normal now. It is weird. It is the problem with Tiny. Tiny things makes for tiny things. It's hard to get everything in there. Red's XLR breakout is pretty cool. Mid 49's breakout is pretty cool. And then for all the other things, I mean, I really like the Mutiny little micro breakout. That thing is slick. But there's a lot of ingenuity going on out there. I do love that. And pretty quickly. Phil says, audio LEMO is semi-fine, but could snap for sure. Yeah. Maybe inset the body into the body. I haven't had issues, but I'm using it for the last 6 months. My problem is, I was using, what's his name's cables, and they're like this long. So it's like, wrap it around, coil it, tie it up, and then add your XLRs, which also bother me. Also, does anybody know? I'll show you what I need. And this is what I need. I need male, female, XLR, angle to angle or angle to straight, short, but I don't need it to weigh 27 pounds. This thing weighs an absolute ton. It weighs more than the microphone I would even use. If anybody knows of lightweight XLR cables, let me know. Totally interested in it. The L-Belt Alliance. Yeah, what's his name? Frono's Photo. He has it right with his L-Mount Alliance. That's totally his. I can't take it, but it's literally. I think it's the right reaction to it. That reaction says it all. Which reaction? The old Komodo. It's the OG. Should I save for the Raptor, or is the X good enough transition? 6K and frames on the X are super fine for me, but I really want more DR. Your thoughts? My thoughts are as follows, and Phil will have thoughts on this as well, if he hasn't already. The DR is considerably better on X. OG is not bad. It's wonderful. It's close to 16 stops. This one is a lot better. It's also better in low light. Also has the frame rates. Also has the audio. But it depends on what you need. If you're going Raptor, do you need Super 35 or do you want VistaVision? You have that option now. Interesting thing, VistaVision being bigger than full frame, and the Super 35 sensor on a V-RAPTOR is actually Super 35 sized, whereas the X and the OG are larger than Super 35. So you're going to go down in sensor on V-RAPTOR Super 35, but that does give you a ton of reach, which I really appreciated on the nature journey. And just punching through was really awesome. But it really comes down to, what do you need? The audio that's in X is fantastic. I have not tested the V-RAPTOR's audio yet. It's on my list. I did not, when I first had V-RAPTOR, the original one, when it first came out, I did not have the audio breakout, so I couldn't test it. And I have not run audio on that V-RAPTOR other than some simple stuff. So I've not done the test on it to compare, but I believe, and maybe Jared can correct if I'm wrong, but the X has much different preamps than every other Red to date. And if you like keeping it compact and using internal audio, these preamps on the X are amazing. 6K in frames on the X. I really want more DR. I mean, this has more DR than OG. It does. It has a slight more in the highlights and a little more in the shadows, and it is noticeable. It is also the most Dragon-like look. Period. It really is, and I have decided, in case. This is Ollie, earmuffs, buddy. The Dragon X is going to be sold here real soon. It's going to go up on the market. I brought 4 Red cameras with me, and I hardly ever shot on the Dragon. X does everything that Dragon does, with one exception, and that is that Dragon does get to longer shutter speeds, but this one does pretty good. 1/6 of a second, that does 1 second, or half a second. 1 second. 360 at 1 second. This one, X is everything that a new baby Dragon would ever want to be. Boy, it is getting warm and toasty in here. Whoo, doggy. Whoo, doggy. Turn that down. Let's see here. Oh gosh, there's so many. Oh my God, I gotta start talking quicker. Phil says, I'm a big fan of how the DSMC2 monitor works with all the thumb bolts. The ribbon inside neck seems to be the only issues. I have 2 of those and they're still great. I have 1 and I still like it. Mine has never broke. Oh, I should have popped that up. Was just making it rigid to the top pins. Okay. Just making it rigid. Kept the screws like the DSMC2. Yeah, I think I explained it. You have to have the. You have to. You can't come, I guess, directly out like you can on DSMC2. The thumb bolts quick release were the best thing ever. Yes, they were. Tim Dell, sometimes you gotta take a step backwards to go 2 steps forwards. Interesting. Hello, Curtis. Got to push the button for the puppy. There we go. Hey, Curtis, how are you, buddy? New Komodo X audio has been a true blessing for me. It is a mind bender. It is totally cool. Can only learn from mistakes. It's true. I keep my DSMC3 monitor on a articulating arm. Would be awesome if GDE made one of those. The discontinued Bright Tangerine one was a unicorn. Yeah. Does anybody know why Bright Tangerine stopped making the Titan? I know somebody just straight up copied it, but I don't know why it. The only thing wrong with that Titan is when you tighten it, you have to loosen it, and you got to loosen it up with and you'll get a workout, and then it starts working again. It just has a grip factor that's just insane. Indeedy. An error doesn't become a mistake until you refuse to correct it. Ooh, good point. Hey, Scott, Phil, Tim, Jared, and hey, bros. Jared, thanks, Curtis. Yeah, the actual audio is a big step forward, especially for us. I just hate that Limo dongle. Sounds like a future item on your list of things. I have to say that the mid-49's gear is fantastic. I have their speedball monitor mounts, and that extra pressure fit latch is rock solid. Yeah, there'll be a review on that coming really shortly. It is really well thought of. It was interesting to see Ryan. It was fun to see Ryan. I hadn't seen Ryan in a while. At Cine Gear right out the gate with a big design ready to go with a whole bunch of stuff, and they've done fantastically on it. Timmy says, hey, Curtis. Curtis says, Jared, yeah, the Limo is okay. I don't mind it. I'm not sure how else you would do it. Well, yeah, you'd have to incorporate it somehow. I think we all know that the L stands for. XLR cables are damned if you do, damned if you don't. They need to be shielded, and that is more important thing to care about the signal not getting distorted. Well, the funny thing is XLR, a balanced XLR does not need the shielding as much as an unbalanced XLR. It is the balancing that gets rid of the noise. Jared says, I just got the mid-49 cage for X. It is awesome. It's really well thought of. The Bright Tangerine side NATO cheese plate spaces out from the body just enough to tidy up all those cables behind it. This one is not that one. This is the, it's hard to see, but it's the standard NATO. Can't tuck anything behind that. Yeah, maybe make a Limo to XLR cable would help. The other thing is the mid-49s, their design of their breakout XLR is literally as small as you can get. It's kind of interesting that, why is it pulling? Oh, the cable. There's, Reds is small. Mid-49s, they made it a little bit smaller. It's kind of mind-boggling. It's wild. Jared Land, I have the E&D, and that limited me. I went with the Bright Tangerine left field and added a cheese plate to the side. Added a data rail to attach it, and it still leaves me room to turn it on. Ah, nice. The E&D is very nice. I didn't think I was going to like it as much as I did. There'll be a review on that shortly. I don't know. I like the Breakthrough. The Breakthrough works great. I I thought for me that the variable V and D on the variable ND on the breakthrough was super easy, and it is. The ND on the red is, I don't know, it's easier. I don't know how that's possible. I don't know how. I guess pushing buttons makes you feel more stepped. Plus, it is an absolute number. So the variable on like the breakthrough, you don't know exactly where you're at. You just know your exposure, which is really all you're trying to get. I get that. I mean, you're just trying to get, middle gray to where you need it to be, or skin exposure. But with the E&D, you're at 4 1/8 of a stop, or 4 1/3. Yeah, it's pretty sick. Did that thing? My tape flag raised up a little bit there. Phil says Komodo X is a really, really nice upgrade. I was floored and still am by what it can do for a global shutter camera. The big improvements are DR, shadow detail, color, and of course, frames per second. Hey, this tastes like mown grass. Like freshly mowed. Try it. Take a big swig. You got to take a big swig. It's an IPA. Oh, if I could turn my camera around and get her face, it'd be so. Big swig, big swig. Here comes the secondary reaction. Yep. You don't taste mown grass? Third reaction. She does not like the hops. She does the first one. She's like, and she's like, and then 20 seconds later, no, it's not. Why the Mini XLR fad came and passed. It was way later. It was, but Patrick, people don't want to change, kind of like SDI. I'm fine. And yep, audio is real nice. Real nice, Clark. I'm totally in love with Komodo X. Komodo X it's killer. Oh crap, we lost Scott already? We did? What? Test. Audio? We got audio? How did we lose me? Well, I'm on, right? Yeah, I'm on. What? I gotta figure out what's going on. What? Am I? Oh. Lost from the Dragon Claw. I feel like, I love Dragon. I really love Dragon. But X is Dragon, but better. It's so good. And, I could potentially sell X. I don't know what they're going for right now. And get me most of the way towards another X or a V-RAPTOR Super 35. And then I have the trifecta. I have the collect 'em all. I have the red smorgasbord. Well, almost. I don't have the VistaVision. Everything you need to know about Komodo X's DR. Oh, here's everything you need to know. : So your colon is the only thing you need to know. Komodo X with a DSMC3 monitor, better color, more DR, and those awesome audio preamps. Make it the perfect camera for me. Completely agree. I gotta, hold on. Rex is being awkward with my. Oh, and y'all can't see it right here. Maybe if I shine a light on it. Nope, still can't see it. Shine a light upon it. Ooh. You can't really tell. I bought an O'Connor 1030 HDS. And I'm in love. I don't know where it's been all my life. It was an expensive purchase. I deserved it though. I deserved it. Oh, come on, Ollie. Isn't there like a associate member, like the used to be's? I love the menus through the monitor. I do too, Curtis. I do too. Except when I first boot it up and it doesn't match my finger. I don't know what that is. No idea why Bite Dream stopped making the Titan. I was lucky enough to find one on eBay recently. I have one of the cool orange ones, or tangerine ones, I believe. Scott, your desk is on fire. Oh, it is. It is. I thought you were saying description. I was like, yes, my description of It's Friday is on fire. My desk is always on fire. This desk is on fire. There we go. Bad singing. Did anyone else pick up the Rode Wireless Pros, by the way? Really good value, but has some timecode teething issues currently. I am holding out for the deities. Those look really good. Curtis says the Mid 49 Breakout XLR is nice. I'm going to get me one. Mowed grass after a rainy spring day or long dry summer. Well, Tim, that's a trick question because everyone knows that you don't mow grass after a rainy spring day. You have to wait for it to dry before you cut it. Otherwise, it just clogs up the mower and you're done. But this is spring grass, really green and like jumping out of the ground, going, "I'm alive! It's great to be here!" And then you slice it off with the lawnmower. It's not weeds. It's not weeds. You're still here, Scott. Loud and clear. Scott, what do you like better in terms of sensor look? KX or Raptor Super 35 sensor? Ooh. Charge or change battery? Well, I can do that. I've joined the Phil Club with my constantly going down. I have an angle adapter on the, I'm stalling to answer that question, Jerry, because I'm trying to think, because they both have some positives and I guess some negative. Where's my batteries? I put the right angle HDMI adapter on. I mean, I literally put that camera up like 5 minutes before we went live. So that's why I am not exactly... Where are the Canon? Oh, there's one. Perfectly charged. Thank you, honey. She put them on the charge. She's so good. I put the right angle on there, and it was the opposite side on the Canon from the Sony. So it blocks the USB-C, so I couldn't power it from USB-C. I was going to. And I only did this because this was super, super fast, because I said that I was going to all red, which is true. I am all red. Oh, look, there's the menu. Oh, it shouldn't be on. Should be on video. Hey, look, there's the. Okay, can we get rid of the queue then? It's my first time. Oh, good. Let's go back. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Really? What are we doing here? There we go. Yes, there's no card in the camera. I know. Don't need all the details. There we go. Hey, did y'all know there's no card in the camera? Here, let's focus on his nose. There's Puppy. It's dark in here too, by the way. That's T12. Okay, so my honest answer of sensor look. I detect better low light in the Super 35 versus the Komodo X. Not a whole lot, not near as much as VistaVision was, but it's pretty clean. The dynamic range on Super 35, I don't see a whole lot of different. Viewfinder inactive. Press any button to reactivate. Okay. I don't care. There's a slight DR advantage on the Super 35 VistaVision. It's about a stop more, maybe. It's not dramatic. Okay, get off that there's no card in the camera. That is super annoying. Okay, I got it. Don't need to know. There we go. There we go. I like the Komodo X sensor size better than the Super 35 for my normal day-to-day. For a couple of reasons. Number one, I don't have to buy the full-frame lenses, but I get a little more reach than a standard Super 35. Or, I'm sorry, not reach, the opposite. I get a little more wide. I get to use the most out of my Super 35 lenses with Komodo X. Super 35, being a smaller sensor, it pushing it a little longer, which on the wildlife stuff, I preferred shooting on the Super 35 more than Komodo X for the wildlife stuff because I could get way up in there with the reach. Of just sensor look. Those both fall into the sensor look category. I mean, obviously the frame rate, 8K 120, it's not sensor look, but 8K 120 is not something to be underestimated. I find them to both be exceptionally pleasing to the eye. Now that I have a little bit of time, I need to do a direct one-to-one comparison, same lens, same shot with X versus Super 35, and I'll be able to pick it a little bit better. I don't have complaints on either of them. The Super 35, it's noisy at 3200, as is X, but both of them can be cleared up with denoise. If I could only have one, if I could only have Super 35 V-RAPTOR or X for everything, then I would probably have to choose X because I will use more of what X gives me for everything. For nature, I don't think there's a lot of question that I would jump on the Super 35 for it. I feel like it really punches above its class for nature. It's slick. It's slick. I hope that was good enough. I'm a used-to-be Dragon X owner. Gotta admit, I miss it. What a beautiful camera. What do you miss about it, Loud? I'm interested. Basically, the only thing I shot on Red was time lapses. I'm sorry, on Dragon. It was time lapses. I did long exposure time lapses on it. Ooh, it's getting warm in here. I worked with O'Connor heads for the first 20 years of my career. The history section of their website is fascinating. In a nutshell, O'Connor was a train guy, and so was Walt Disney. I like trains. I'm a train guy. Homebrew tripod. Nobody had ever seen a fluid head before. Disney wanted them, so the O'Connor company was started as a side hustle. Ha! It's cool. The way that the way that you can adjust them is cool, and the constantly like adjustable counterbalance, amazing. This 800 mil lens on the Super 35 V-RAPTOR. I mean, it's this long. It is hilarious, and this thing counterbalanced it perfectly. The really long and heavy, and it counterbalanced it. It is slick. Danny continues on the story. Later, returned to his trained passion. He's the guy who researched and reverse engineered, then built steam engines that are used today in the Golden Spike National Historic Park. Interesting. Well, Danny, I'm a train guy. I don't know if you're a train guy, but my grandfather would build, and my father, and now my brother, build 1.5-inch scale live steam locomotives. And my grandfather was one of the first ones that were doing it, and had a track, and I mean, it's incredible. He would build them from scratch. My grandfather was exceptionally talented machinist. The original fluid, and remains the pinnacle product on the market. Yep. Hang on. Which cam is the puppy cam? That is the Canon R8. The Canon R8. I literally had to put that on there for speed. And that is just my stills camera. But yeah. How old is your dog, Scott? He is coming up on 8. And poor pup, he's such a big dog. He's huge. And he's got some weight on him. He's got some heft, so he's starting to develop arthritis, but he is the most chill dog. Ask anybody who's met him. He is the most chill, awesome family dog ever. We hired the O'Connor engineers after the company was bought and moved out of the U.S. Heard so many awesome stories about the early O'Connor days. That's cool. How are you still digging it? I love the IRIX lenses. That's an IRIX right there. I use them all the time. They are my go-to stills lenses. No, still. They are my go-to primes. There we go. That's the word I'm looking for. That I use because they're really good, and I cannot wait to get my hands on the new 65. Ooh. Phil says I'm a big O'Connor man for a lot of reasons. I always loved O'Connor. Don't get me wrong. I could never afford an O'Connor until very recently. I managed to find my Miller that I bought. I got it used on B&H, and it was like a steal of a deal. And I snagged that, and that was my first. I feel really good about my my fluid head, but as I've gotten to be a bigger and bigger boy, both in girth and cameras, I've hit the limits of that. The Compass 15? Yeah, the Compass 15 Miller. So this, wow. Yeah, totally happy. I mean, the funny thing about the O'Connor, you can find one that's like 35, 40 years old. It's been rebuilt, still works beautifully. Let's see here. 2 noticeable differences in the KX and the R35. A hair more DR and a subtle gain difference. Noticed that when I ran my DR tests a while back. But we are talking subtle. That's kind of what I feel. Good answer, Scott. I should have asked if you could only pick one. Thanks for adding that. By the way, Raptor build next week. Bit of autofocus love and something that I've wanted since Red 1. Jared, you've managed to put a 2-minute boot time? Come on, that was funny. Interesting. So you Raptor guys are going to be in happiness heaven. Are you still playing with the Fuji GFX cameras? He says, ha ha ha. Origin story. Yeah, there's a bunch of origin stories. The Aston cat on the shoulder one is one of my favorites. A little reholding it right now. Aston. I was like, Ashton. What? Ashton. I was like, I'm going to have to read up on this one. There's an origin and there's an entire existence that I need to read about. but Aton. How do you say that? Isn't it German? Aton? 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 I do want one of their Super 16 cameras, though. I shot 9 rolls of 120 film this week, or the last 2 weeks. Oh, I love Mamma Mia. I also some GFX images with the Sigma 40 1.4, and they are insane. Interesting. You saw my recent PBS doc shot on IRIX and Komodo. Yeah, the IRIX. The thing I like about IRIX is that they're fast, but they're exceptionally sharp, except wide open, where they are reasonably sharp. But that's character. So wide open, you get a charactered lens that is beautiful, with beautiful bokeh. I mean, the 21, the 30 is my favorite right now. Well, the 65, can't wait to run that one through. The 30 is my favorite. The 21 and then the 45 after that. They're too cool. They're too cool. Kind of like Rex and Focus. It's just too cool. Why is it leveling out? Let's see here. V-RAPTOR Mark II. No. I think what he's saying is a firmware build, which he literally just said. In-camera firmware update over Wi-Fi. Oh, such a simple one. Only took us... Oh, over the air. Oh, yeah. The OTA. That is... those are fun. Those are fun. That's cool. That is kind of cool. Only took us 15 years. The problem is that don't you have to update to this firmware with USB-C? Or not USB-C, with the card? And then you can do over the air? What you should do is hold back one little firmware update so that you can then release one over the air. Since Red won the social network too. No one liked my 2-minute boot time joke. Come on. That was prime. That was prime. You know, a lot of people, I mean, I still dig on it. Don't get me wrong. A lot of people really don't like the boot times on Reds because they say it really interferes with their workflow. It's 30 seconds total. I mean, it's like 20 something for Komodo X. Just boot it up. I mean, I literally, when I'm doing stuff, I boot it up before I do a couple other things. And it's up and running when I'm ready to go, because there's no way you can grab your camera and start shooting. It's just not the way it is. If you are, leave it running. It's not that bad. Thoughts on the Aputure acquisition? I kind of dig it. I kind of dig it in a couple of ways. Number one, Aputure has a lot of tech, and they have a lot of brains in tech. Their LED stuff, it's not stale. I'm not saying that, but they have their way of doing it. And ProLight with the RGB ACL does white light better. There's, in a lot of ways, the ProLights are better. So to inject what ProLight has done into Aputure, I'm fine with that. I think that's great. I'm a big fan of the ProLight. Big fan. I love Aputure. There's no question. Putting them together, I mean, I know what's coming from Aputure, from the tech side, and ProLight is going to help from the visual side. I don't see any negatives there other than people are going to say that there's less competition. I don't think that's true, because I think right now Aputure has their biggest competition yet, and that's Nanlite. Nanlite has come a long, they've really come forward with their tech, and their builds, pretty solid. Should be some Nanlite reviews coming soon. Should be. They've done a lot of good things. Definitely. So what's everybody been doing since I've been gone? I missed everybody. It really sucked. There's a lot of things that I always want to do and that I never end up doing. And I gotta stop saying it sometimes, because like I had intended on vlogging a little bit along the way. I didn't do it once. I didn't want it. I didn't want that. I didn't want to spend any time telling a story. I wanted to spend time gathering for a bigger story. I wanted, with the nature stuff, I wanted to tell that story, not the here I am climbing boulders. Because honestly, that's what the live streams are for. I can just tell you that it was a pain in the butt climbing boulders. I had never been bouldering before. Well, I don't know if it's technically bouldering. They're big boulders. You're climbing up stuff taller than you, and getting your hands and footings, and that was rough with like 35, 40 pounds on your back. I almost lost it once too. I got the biggest jump I could make, and I almost didn't make it because I got there and I was solid, and then the backpack started pulling me back, and it was a mad scramble. It was something. It was something. But that's what the live streams are for, the live storytellings. That's what Rex is for, I've done a lot of testing when I wasn't live streaming. I was doing testing with the streaming services that I was using to bring on guests. I do not believe the problem is with, I don't believe the problem is with my bit rate, or not my bit rate, my bits. 48, no, sorry, frequency. Sample rate. There we go. 48 kilohertz is what everybody was saying was the problem. What I found was the moment I go to 720p resolution to StreamYard and the other streaming platform, that's when my audio glitches. When I go to 1080, that's when it's just like holy hell. It's horrible. If I go to 480, it's fine. It's in sync. It works. But I don't want to stream in 480. And I think the problem is a combination of Starlink and however these manufacturers are doing with their streaming. I mean, King, if you want to see my vlogs, just go back, go to my channel, search, type in vlog. I vlogged for like a year and a half, just doing daily vlog, kind of dumb stuff, and talking about filming and stuff like that while riding around on a boosted board. Those were my vlog days. And those were fun, but it's not that story that gets me excited. I am now really interested in advancing my film career, like way further. After being on this feature, I want to shoot some of my stuff now. I want to make it happen. There's there's so much love and excitement that came from that. Woo! Woo! Oh, that was woo. That was a lot. Woo! Wow, those are really hard to get off. Those new turtle-free. These are not very cold. That's probably the part that I don't like. But I like cold bear. Cold bear. Cold bear here. Oh, I'm gonna wait a minute because it's all shaken up. I'm all shook up. Oh, oh. So what did y'all do while I was gone? What's new in your lives? Did y'all shoot anything? You do anything cool? What? Oops. No, can't get just out of that frame there. The what all y'all do? Tell me what y'all did. I know Curtis has been finding his passion. These are not cold. I like cold. This is like still foamed up. Cold beer, ice cold beer. I believe that is a law in Texas that you're not allowed to advertise cold beer. I believe that is a TABC, Texas Alcohol and Beverage Commission law. I don't know why. Apparently they don't want you to know it's cold. That's what I've heard from someone who was opening a bar. Who knows if it's true? So what, let's see, y'all. I believe my first review will be out Monday or Tuesday on the Proteuses. They're very, very, very cool. Phil says, my life has been finishing post and prepping for late 2023-2024. Unfortunately, I get to shoot some personal stuff for a good chunk of the rest of the year. Very cool. Phil, good question for you and also everybody else. What are y'all doing for desktop monitors and like mild color grading monitors? I'm looking at I'm getting rid of that stupid Dell. I'm like, dude, I'm not getting a Dell. It's so green, and it's that ultra wide. It's the double wide, but it's only 1440p vertical, and I dislike that a lot. I need my real estate back. So I'm looking at getting the Asus ProArt PA32UCR-K. It's their 1000 nit 32-inch 4K 98% DCI-P3 monitor. And then a second monitor being the one below that one, which is like 450 nits, I think. That's 4K DCI, 98% DCI-P3. The high nit one, HDR one, comes with the meter. Comes with the RHINO calibrator, and it calibrates directly in it. But I'm very interested in what y'all are using, because I have also gone back and forth with swapping out to maybe going to like an LG OLED, the C3, either like 48-inch or 55-inch TV. I'm interested in your thoughts, Phil, because I know you have all of them at your place, and you know them. Currently in prep for a 2-week shoot, operating on a documentary. Very nice. It's my first big job, so I'm pretty excited. Just, you got it. Go in there and do it. The way I always feel like if it doesn't scare the crap out of you, then you're not challenging yourself enough. And so if it's scaring the crap out of you and you're going in, you got it. Don't worry. The good thing is that, you'll realize that you got it right afterwards. And it will make you feel much better. This is a funny story. So on our little journey, wife and I got into some poison ivy, and we didn't know it was poison ivy. She's allergic to it. I am pretty much immune to poison ivy. So she is like her arms are all scabbed up now. She's like, and it's like all her arms everywhere. It's really bad. I feel so bad for her. She's powering through it. I came out with like one little dot. It's not that one. And I put a little hydrocortisone on it, and everything was fine. Fast forward 2 weeks, my daughter comes to visit. This was literally yesterday, and her dog loves to run. He's not chill like Rex. He's a immature runner, and so he ran through the forest and was having a blast. And apparently ran through all the poison oak because he's a constantly needing attention, constantly rubbing up against you kind of thing. And he gave me poison oak, which I've only got like these spots here, but poison ivy, I thought they had the exact same stuff on it. Poison ivy, I breezed through that. Poison oak? Well, maybe I just got a lot of it. Curtis says, yes, I have. Naked welding is my next thing. I mean, it'll harden you up. It'll harden you up there, Curtis. I tell you what, you'll be a callous man. PADC. Asus PA. That's the $40 or $4,000 one? Is that the... Yeah, the $3,200 one. Yeah, I looked at that one. It was a little more than I wanted to spend. The LG EP950. LG EP950. Oh, another one. Yeah, it's a little more than I wanted to spend. I bought an O'Connor. I can't... They're OLED. Yeah, OLED would be cool on that. Interesting. Both OLED if you don't need HDR, right? B Sweet says, I have the BenQ PD2705U. The second model's been really good. BenQ PD27. Trying to remember if I've looked at these. 2705U. I feel like that number has come up. Oh, yeah. Yeah. That one has a... Is that one P3 or DCI P? Let's see. From the brand, nothing. I really want some good nits out of it because I found as I get older, the brighter it is, the more it's in focus. Get the LG Ultrafine 32 EP950/-B for your grading monitor. I've got a friend that has, he's a professional colorist, and he uses the Samsung, he uses the Flanders for his straight up grading monitor, but for his client monitor, and he says is good is the Samsung or LG, the G3 55. He says it's really good. I've been on the LGs for years. Been great. There's a G3 right there. I'm using that on my desk and the new LG on the wall. Interesting. Which one are you using on your desk? Poison oak is horrible. Yeah, the funny thing is, we know it. We know poison oak like crazy. It's super easy. Poison ivy apparently can look like a bunch of different things. And so, like, I avoid the poison oak here. It's easy. I don't even mess with it. I don't need to. I didn't know I was allergic to it. I thought it was very... I'm not allergic to it. I just got some. Because this is nothing. Just a couple of spots. I'd show my wife. She won't show her arms. They're really bad now. But the dog. I didn't know the dog ran through all the poison oak. Oh, gotta push the button on the dog. Bring back the puppy cam. Boop. There we go. He's dreaming. He's been good, though. He's staying in the same spot. He's probably like, it's cooler here. Your color may be off, but the panning shots will be buttery smooth. This is quite the car. Hello, Brandon. How's your neck? I saw you ran a half marathon. I'm assuming your neck is okay now. You doing good? The LG Ultrafine 32 EP950-B is on sale for $19.95. $42,000 off. Hell, that's like giving it away. 32 EP950-B. It's so on sale that... oh, I can't do that one. That's not a 4K monitor. I need the 4K. The 1440 vertical resolution is killing me. There's a couple things killing me on the Mac. And that is, I would love to be able to divide the Mac into two separate monitors. But I have one giant continuous monitor. And you know how Resolve is. I don't know why they won't let you window things the way I want. Ugh. But yeah. I was pleased to find out that Blackmagic had resolved their issue with their Thunderbolt playback devices being on Thunderbolt hubs. Because that was always killing me. Because it would use an entire Thunderbolt channel just for playback device. Wait, 32 EP950. No, that is the wrong... Wait, that is not what I clicked on. There we go. There we go. Well, it is not on sale at on Amazon. Well, actually, it might be. Let's see. Let's see if Amazon. So I found a way. You know, you used to be able to go on Amazon and you used to be able to click a checkbox in the bottom left-hand corner that would say, choose only sold by Amazon. And I don't want just the shipped. I want Amazon to be the seller. That way I know I'm not going to get screwed on anything. And they got rid of that. I'm guessing all the other sellers were like, hey, it's not fair. But I found a way to sort by Amazon, and it's by putting a retail code, a store code, on the string. And so you can JavaScript that and put it as a bookmark. So you go to Amazon, search for whatever you're searching for, then click on that bookmark, and it'll supplant the store code on the end, and voila, you can now sort by Amazon. Which is good. Yeah, it's not, Amazon doesn't sell that one. There's the C3. Oh, the C3 went up in price. Really? Oh, 65. Never mind. Thought it went up in price. $2,000 off. Yeah, you said $42,000. It was a better deal when you said $42,000. I'm just saying. Using the LG Ultrafine 32 EP950B on my desk for grading the Resolve UI, I'm using dual LG 5Ks. Okay. Yeah, I'm in a love-hate with those 5K monitors. I'll just say it that way. Well, thanks, man. Yeah, neck is great. Perfect. Glad to hear it. For color grading, look at B&H. Well, usually Amazon is really good at matching their price, but maybe they won't. 32 EP 950. 32. What? Oh, they're closed. Of course you are. Of course you are, B&H. We're very sorry. We're closed. I don't care. Oh, it is a deal. Look at that. $2,000 off. That is a deal. Because it's now out of date. There's an updated model. The 32 BP 95 E-B is the new one, which is also $2,000 off. What is the difference? 10-bit, definitely important. It was funny. I got home. I had 25 terabytes of footage to offload. And I looked on my working RAID, and I had 7 terabytes free. I was like, oh no. What am I going to do? And so I went to my unraid, and I had like 5 terabytes free on my unraid. I was like, oh man. And then I forgot about a raid I had. And I looked on it, and it had like 25 terabytes free. So I looked on my working RAID and found a bunch of stuff from a client that not going to be doing anything for quite a while. Offloaded it to the RAID I completely forgot about. And then I had plenty of RAID. Isn't it sad when you find storage you've totally forgotten about? And it's fast storage. It was really fast. It's funny. It's funny. Whew, that's a good one. That's a good one. More. I missed this. I missed the fun. Y'all need to like get excited and like make some barbecue. What are y'all eating these days? I'm gonna have to go out and buy. I did a bad thing. I gave away all of my smoked salt. All of it. I didn't realize that I even gave away my supply of smoked salt. So I'm going to go out and buy a bunch of bulk salt and smoke up some batches of Scotty's smoky salt, and then we're going to start selling that stuff. It's gonna be cool with the Scotty's smoky pepper. What do you think of it, Phil? What do you like it on best? 25 terabytes, WTF. Well, 4 reds, technically 3 reds, because the Dragon didn't do much. But shooting, a lot. In high frame rate, good quality. Yeah, it was fun. Need more smoked pepper. I still have some of that, thank God. I would have been up Poop Creek without that. I literally said, what do you mean I don't have any more smoked salt? She goes, you gave it all away. I was like, no, I had some in reserve, didn't I? And she's like, no. And I was like, ugh. And so I reached down to grab some of my bulk salt. And I was like, okay, we can start up a batch now. Oh, we didn't have any more bulk salt. I'm like, no. It's like the bad, the really, really bad. So yeah, I gotta go buy some salt. I'm gonna buy some pepper while we're at it. I have my stash of that, my reserve pepper. But yeah, scalt. I'm not gonna say that's bad. I'm not gonna say that's scalt. Scalt. It should be like smalt, smoky salt. Scotty's smoky smalt. Smaltper. Fresh tomatoes. Yeah. Yeah, that would be nice. Vanilla ice cream. Try it on anything with caramel. Don't buy the salted caramel. That's not fair. But anything with caramel, really good. Oh, also, you know what's really good on vanilla ice cream? Damn you, Eric Kessler. The this stuff is mad good. Let me find it. It is it's going to be here. Sorry, I'm searching in the wrong spot. It is an aged balsamic vinegar, and it is not cheap. But oh my God, is it so good? Is that one? No. I gotta get the right one. You put a teaspoon of this on top of vanilla ice cream. It's insane. It's a 25-year-old Medina traditional balsamic vinegar. You would not think balsamic vinegar would be good on vanilla ice cream, but Eric Kessler ruined me. Expensively, by the way. Thank you, Brandon. You're awesome. Oh, I drove, Jared. I drove through your garlic town. It was funny, driving through the garlic capital of the world or whatever. And what was funny was the only thing they were harvesting were onions. I did see something cool. Where was it? We were in... Where were we? We were in... Oh, we were in Washington State. And this was probably the smartest, coolest thing they could have done. Let's see here. Let me get the... Hold on. Let me get the right one. Take a pic of the balsamic vinegar in the... That's what it was. Washington State. This is really cool. I don't know why everybody else doesn't do it. Well, you're driving along the freeway. There's nothing but the radial farms, which is where they water it in a radial fashion. But along the freeway, it was only for like 13 miles or something like that. They put the crop. Okay, good. I've had 2 yellow jackets infiltrate my fortress of solitude, and that was a fly, which I did not let in. So yeah, on the freeway, they put a sign on the fences that state what they're growing. And that's cool because we drive by in Texas and all you see is like Monsanto 9438, which is some string of corn that they use to field. That's what it is. It's, yes, Alma. Alma. Thank you. It is Alma. Phil, you were right. Alma. Alma Gourmet. Where's the one? There. Let's see which one it is. It is the Aceto Balsamico Tradicional DOP. Alma Gourmet. Yes. Did Eric get you hooked on that too? He does it. He's a very bad influence on people. That stuff is really good. Yeah, you're on it there, Phil. There's a YouTube channel called Man Eating Food, and it's literally videos of him trying random stuff on ice cream. Okay, so what was the best thing he came up with? I'm still not into this white barbecue sauce, white gravy, whatever they called it, thing that you found, Ollie. I bet my pool is like 100 degrees. And that stuff is really good. I'm subbing to that channel, Sight Unseen. Man Eating Food. All right, I'm going to find it. I've been... I'll sub it too. Ollie has rarely steered me wrong, except for the whole white barbecue sauce. Wait, is it called Man Eating Food? Man Eating Food right there. Let's see. Wait, no, this is old. That's not. Some of these, no. 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 I don't know. You're going to have to tell me what it is there, Ollie. Because I can't find that one. Because what I've seen is like, no. I have it, Ollie. I since we had the conversation, I had 150 things to do. And it's funny because I brought you up during the feature and we were talking about it. I was talking. I of course found the other foodie, a guy named Chris, awesome dude. He was sitting there making fresh food, grilling up fresh food for our number one because the number one didn't like the catering. And we would sit there. We did 2 things. We talked about food all the time. And 2, we would create earworms to put in people's ears. And we would screw with people like you wouldn't believe. And I mean, we had them all getting the earworms. But we talked about this white barbecue sauce. He'd not heard of it either. He's a foodie. We'll try it. It's on the list. But now I've got time to enjoy some things, and boy, if y'all could see all the stuff, all the projects everywhere, everything. And then I've got 22 reviews to do. I've got to do a little thing called time management. I think Alabama threw you in your lockdown. Yeah, I think it did. I cannot find the guy eating things on ice cream. I can't find it. Ice cream making on a hand roller. Indian street food. Interesting. How was the feature you were working on go? It was awesome. It was awesome. I'm not allowed to post any more pictures. I was only posting pictures that I was only posting pictures of things that the producer was posting, but the director politely he said, "Stop posting pictures. People aren't supposed to know yet about a lot of things." I'm like, okay. I deleted them all. I got rid of them all. I did a bad thing because the producer was posting like crazy. I'm like, okay, all right. But I will of course go by the wishes of the director. I can't wait for it to come out. It'll be out next year. It is all VFX right now. The edit's done, it's locked. I'm sure they're working on the music right now. It's got a hell of a soundtrack because Joseph Kahn's got connections to everybody in the music biz, being the music video director. So he pulled in like every favor from everybody. So it's got a baller soundtrack. And then there's going to be custom scores written by his soundtrack guy, or score guy. And then everything else is VFX. I loved the movie. I loved the feature. I enjoyed doing it. That was my first feature. Wow. There was someone yelling at me again. No, there we go. It was Ollie. Man eating food. Well, that's 4 years ago. That guy hasn't done anything in 4 years. That's the one I found. But he literally hasn't updated a video in 4 years. It made me sad. It is literally that one, man eating food. 410 videos. Oh, the YouTube channel that I was just enjoying myself on was The Do. Have y'all ever watched The Do? The VDOOO. He's an anonymous guitarist. He loves to get on Omegle, which is a weird place to do. But he goes on there and he tricks people and he plays guitar for them. And the dude, I have never seen a more talented guitarist than this guy. And I know some very talented guitarists. And this guy, he literally is on there and he'll take a request, any song, and he's like, "Oh, I haven't heard that one." And he goes and listens to it for 30 seconds and he kind of hits his guitar a couple of times so he gets the notes, and then he can play it perfectly every time. And it's hilarious to watch. Omegle is apparently mostly guys doing wrong things on camera, which is hilarious. What cracks me up most about it is if 97% of Omegle is that, then the people that he's playing guitar for, why are they on there? They just want to see that? I don't know. Here on UK, we had someone live stream a lettuce from the day a prime minister was elected to see which would last long. That's funny. That's funny. I mean, lettuce doesn't exactly have a long growth cycle. It's only about 6 weeks. So, I mean, that was a bet. Were I the DIT? Yes, I was the DIT. I was also BTS. I shot interviews with all the actors and crew and a bunch of other stuff. And I am also now a SAG a SAG, what's the right word? Eligible actor. Now I've been I got my acting debut in the film. I had a speaking role, a very brief speaking role. You'll see me multiple times in the movie, and you'll hear me many times. It's funny. It's just fun. Casey Neistat, of all people, shared his channel a few years ago. Interesting. Probably 4 years ago. And what happened to Casey? He moved back to New York. He made a couple of videos that I guess he had contracts on, and then that was it. Nothing else. Makes me sad. I miss Casey. I like Casey. He's not hungry anymore. Now we have a cabbage as a mister. I mean, I don't fully understand. I guess I probably haven't done that much research, Ollie, in the British government, but is it everything kind of for show? I mean, I don't know how to phrase that. I'm not saying it negatively. Like the king has powers, the prime minister has powers, but they don't really have, like, the prime minister could just form a government. Parliament does stuff, but it's mostly for show. That's kind of what the U.S. government has turned into. It's rather weird. We have this little thing. I'm not trying to get all pro-American or anything like that. I'm just talking about the rules. We had this thing called a constitution, which is to prevent us from being ruled by unelected leaders. But then all of our Congress, doesn't matter which side, pick a side, doesn't matter. You point fingers however you want. But all of our elected leaders have granted the ability for unelected leaders to create rules that are laws. So we're ruled by unelected leaders. It's awesome. Right back where we were. Yay, us. Rexcam is really, I mean, he must be tired. He's probably hot. I mean, it's hot out there. Plus, he loves just being by me. That's all he does. He's a good pup. He's a very loyal dog. He'll do anything for me, and I'll do anything for him. And when I was on the feature, it was pure hell for him because I wasn't here, and he didn't understand why I wasn't here. And he loves my wife. He does, and she did a great job keeping up with him. But he is so happy I'm home. And then when I get home, we take him on a 2-week journey so he can pee on many states. I mean, what's there not to love? So he's literally never more than 10 feet away from me within 10 minutes. It's funny because I have to tell him, like when we're in the edit bay, if I have to go to the bathroom, I get up and he looks at me. He's like, "Where are we going?" I'm like, "I'm just going to go pee." And he puts his head back down. And then if I go in there to do anything that takes longer and it's more than 10 minutes, then he gets up and he comes in and lays down here. He's always by my side. He's literally right there. He's a good pup. She literally destroyed our economy. I mean, we don't exactly have an economy either, Ollie. We got nothing. We're all in this big world together. We don't understand it. Okay, fair enough. I live here and it still doesn't make sense. Yeah, I read about it once that the queen doesn't actually have power, but the king does. But it's more or less instructing what needs to be done that they don't have to do. And then the prime minister only calls for a formation of a government, which is parliament, and then they form a government. I don't get that. They're like, nope, we're not forming a government. It's like, what does that mean? I don't know. I don't know where parliament comes from. So y'all could instruct me on that. But I mean, in the U.S., that ain't much different. I don't understand Canada. That one is a little weird to me. Because Canada is part of England, right? Or is it its own country, but it's under England's ownership or care? Is that the right way? Is that like the way that whatchamacallit in China was? Yeah, I don't know. Oh, gotta push the puppy cam. Hey, buddy. What's that? You good boy? You good puppy? Boop. Boop, boop, boop. You good bud? There you go, boy. He's like, that's it? You just boop me? You just boop me, that's all? Nope. Start the clock. I have to angle this up, though. Ooh. I'm going to have to change the angle. Fly me to the moon. Ollie says, our elected PM was forced to stand down in disgrace. The next one was elected by her peers. A lettuce outlasted her. Now we have an unelected but he's laughing. He's laughing at Europe's government, or England's government. The bottom of the barrel government who will be wiped out soon. Yeah, I don't know what you do from there, and I don't know what we do from here. Our next election is going to be interesting. Yeah, there we go. Can your prime minister make a speech? Because we have two polar opposite people. One of them gives very short speeches. The other one, the VP, gives very long speeches using the same words over and over again. There's a bunch of memes out there that crack me up where they're just things that she says in a motivational way, and it just cracks me up because I've never seen somebody, and believe me, I am not a fan of anybody right now, so don't get me wrong, but I've never seen somebody use the same words over and over again to describe things. For instance, a ball. A ball is a word. It's a 4-letter word, but it's not a bad 4-letter word. Ball starts with B, and B, as we all know, is the first letter of the word ball. That's what our VP does. So we got that going for us. We got focus. Every time, dude. Every time you get up, I have to change angles because I got to get a full frame. Really? You go back down? What do you want? What do you want, bud? He's got some gray hairs. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's good. That's the good feels. Ooh, yeah. There you go, buddy. Focus, though. Oh, we're getting up. Why are you getting up? Oh, dang. Oh. Well, that didn't work. Oh, really? You're going over there now. Well, how am I supposed to do that, dog? You're back in your cool spot. I don't know how to... I must adjust. There's nothing on the floor that can't be seen. That's good. And now he's overexposed. Way to go. Way to go, buddy. Way to go. Oh, there's your puppy cam. All right. Let's see here. We have what's called a prime minister. Questions every week where the opposition party asks 6 questions to hold the government to account, and none are answered. That's true. Red cam set up for Rexon. Yeah, he'll have one. I'm literally a disaster area here. I can do a quick tour maybe. I won't be able to see what's in focus. It's a disaster area. Let's see. What do we got here? We got we've got kitchen cabinets coming. That's in focus, yeah. And then this wall is about to change. We've got our rail system down here for the new movable walls. We've got the master mess back there. We have, let's see. We've got, I can't tell if that's in focus. Sorry, Rex. Yeah, that's the best I can do. We got a whole cart over there full of stuffs, and like everything is still in boxes and bags, and oh man, it's a mess. Sorry, buddy. I'll put you back now. All right. I did manage to get my dog out of focus. There we go. I managed to get the cabinets on wheels. That's part of step 1. There's a conveyor belt there. There's a lot going on. Looks good. I don't want to think too much about everything because it'll just make me procrastinate and not do it. But I think first thing in the morning is I think we're going to come in here and just blast through here and clear it out. Get it where I can do things quickly. And then fire up a whole bunch of reviews. The reviews are probably going to take place on Seamless for now with some B-roll stuff because I got too much stuff. Pat Leal, hello Pat. Enjoy the channel, thank you. Appreciate you. Man, I've been going 2.5 hours. I'm still having fun. I'm still enjoying it. It's fun to be back. I'll be here. Let me look at my schedule here. My schedule says I'll be live streaming next week and the week after. The next week I will not, but every week after that I will. So I'm essentially back. I'm feeling good. Feeling good. Looking good, Billy Ray. Let's see here. When do you expect to complete? Which part, Ollie? Which part? The studio? Let's be honest. The studio is never going to be complete. But I did quite literally 30 minutes before the live stream, I was chatting with Cynthia about my kitchen set. And it's going on the rails, but I think I just came up with a better solution, which was it's all going to be on wheels. And I'll make the background attached to the cabinets. And then I happily found on Facebook Marketplace, I can get an old refrigerator and an old oven and stuff for free, and I'll gut it and turn it into camera worthy. So it'll look nice, but it won't function just like every other cooking show. And then that way I can do some better quality shooting with the food channel. But then that whole unit will slide off to the side, and then by putting all of that on wheels means it doesn't take one of my tracks. Now I can do 2 other sets that can slide in and out, which is cool. And we have all the changes that I've talked about are happening. We just keep plussing it. We keep adding in more and more and more. And that is, we will have the peanut gallery up there that will be making fun of me, puppets. We will have windows. We may venture into some Unreal territory here soon. Lots to do. When do I think the reviews will be done? I think the reviews are going to be done probably 2 months. I might have them done before then, but I don't want to release them. I don't want to do like daily reviews. I really want to be in a place where I'm doing 1 review a week, 1 helpful tutorial-ish video a week, and then a live stream. But we might, in the interim, be kind of doing cooking in there on the other channel mixed in, so I might do more reviews at first. Feeling good, Lewis. Yep, I gotta watch that movie again. I love Trading Places. Great movie. I watched The Secret of My Success last night. Not bad. Did you see Rob Mikado's latest video on shooting the cooking show? He used some really clever techniques on there. I did not. Where's that? Is it YouTube? Rob Machado. I did enjoy all the there's less behind the scenes, but I enjoyed the Birds of Prey series on Red. Cooking show. Oh, let's see here. Let's see what he's got. Adam, are you watching the stream? Or are you just randomly texting me? My biggest shoot, the year cinematography breakdown. Cool. I will check that out. Oh, and also, if you have, let's see what I'm at. If you have 22 friends that you can let know to subscribe, I'm almost at 10,000 subscribers. And it's fair that I'm not there because I've been absent for months. But we're back. And I want to get to 10,000. That is a massive milestone for me. And then we're going to hit 100,000 by the end of next year. You watch. I'm going to make it happen. Because, yes. When are releasing KX versus V-RAPTOR vid? Soonish. Not immediately. I've got a couple of videos that got to get out first. And then we'll do those. But I am going to take a little bit of one day, the next couple of days, one morning, and do the comparison, because that I do want to see a side by side of the same lenses doing it. That'd be cool. Jonas came back. You still live? I am. It ain't gonna be 8 hours, but we doing something. Hey Luca, how are you? We need a 10,000 M&Ms video. Oh, I don't know about that. That's a lot of M&Ms, and I can tell you, counting out 1,000 was that That was not fun. Although, I do have a scale now that functions as a counter. I could do it. I could do it. And wouldn't it be nice to have 10,000 M&Ms around? I need more stuff for my background. Well, a bunch of different backgrounds, because I like bring stuff from everywhere I've been and put it everywhere. I gotta come up with some there's so many things back here that are cool. This one I almost shot Super 8 on my trip too. I wanted to, then I realized I didn't have the right battery. But I pulled out this camera because it does work. It works. And then I was really shocked to see that it actually had film in it. That was not something I was expecting, but it definitely had film in it. This is standard 8. So dual perf, I think, dual perf 8mm. These are apparently really cool cameras, but I want to get a Super 16 camera too. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Okay, who's got any last minute questions, thoughts, et cetera, et cetera? I mean, you never know. Your question could be the one that keeps me on here 3 more hours. You never know what kind of tangent you can send me down. But if you can find 22 of your friends and let them know about the channel and just say, hey, do you like filmmaking? You want to subscribe to Scott? He's kind of funny sometimes. He's definitely a dork. Yeah. Curtis says, I'm trying to do an S4 versus IRIX prime lens test video. Well, I believe I'll be getting to try out a set of those real soon. I don't think it's going to be a very long test, but I believe that's going to happen. But I'm not doing a versus. I don't like to, when I review stuff, I don't like to compare it to others. I really don't. I need to do some comparisons, but I don't like to do that in reviews. Everything should stand on their own, because I don't want someone to look at like a Cook versus IRIX lens test and go, well, I guess I like the Cook better than the IRIX, or I like the IRIX better than the Cook because I saw them together. I want them to go and find the lenses that they think they like, watch reviews on them, see if that's the lens they like, and be happy with that choice, not constantly battling whether they should do this or that or this or that. Large light mat coming from Aputure. Oh, know nothing about that. Don't know nothing about that. Don't know. Yeah. I mean, we've definitely not seen a light mat from Aputure. We've seen an Amaran light mat, which was a test to see if they wanted to be in the light mat game. I don't know. It's just a good question. But 22 friends. I have nothing planned for 10,000. I honestly didn't notice it until this morning. Wow, doesn't Rex look like he's in the sun? He literally looks like he's bathed in the sunlight. And that's because I moved my cart over there, and I'm so lazy that I couldn't bring the light closer to here. And so now there's spill over there where Puppy is. The Cook? Yes. I would be happy if they released a frame that would hold 4 FC22 lights together. Yeah, I can see that. I mean, they got their new frame for them by themselves, which is much better. So they're working on it. I know they are. I have a lot of reach outs to people too to touch base and see how things are going, because I'll put a lot of people on hold, which is horrible. Some of my really good clients, I had to pass on their jobs, which sucks. When you have a good client, you have to pass because you're busy doing other things. Yeah, I gotta go touch base on everybody. You can fit 2 on a double header. Yep. Can I ask a tech question? Absolutely you can. Of course you can. I like to identify the character differences between them. Yeah, and I agree with you, Curtis, on that. I've never done it because I have a principle on it, but I want to do comparisons, but I don't want to do comparisons as part of reviews. Just like I've got Bright Tangerine, I've got Condor Blue, and I've got Mid 49 cages. And each one of them is unique and suited. So I want someone to look at one and determine if that's what's best for them, and not look at all 3 together at the same time. And then I'm saying, well, this one does this or this one does that. It's not what I want to do. But yeah, I get you. I get you. Yes, please. Would love to see that, Justin. Yo, I think you're going to see some light matte stuff. I don't know that you're going to see some light matte stuff, but I think you're going to see some light matte stuff. As long as it evokes a 3-hour answer. Right. Ask that question. Ask that question, Patrick. Come on. You can do it. You can do it. I believe in you. Let's see here. I was just catching up on a couple of messages. What else is going on? Man, I'm almost bad at this. It's not that I'm bad at this, it's that I'm not into that beer as much as I want it to be. But I'll be having some Chinese fried rice tonight with the Papa Top technique. EVF from Red Win. I don't know. Jared has spoken a lot about it lately. He's teased it quite a bit. Well, what he's teased was that there would be an EVF before a 5-inch, is what he said. I have to believe they're working on it. I have to believe they've been working on it for a while, and they have experience. So I believe we're going to see something cool. Have you ever tried the Helios 442 lens out? I've seen some really nice footage. Yes, I have one. I have a really nice copy of it. They're very good lenses. They're a lot of fun. They're not. They're a character lens. They're a high character lens, and they provide some really unique bokeh. And if you have not, they're $37 on eBay or $40 or whatever they are the week. Buy one. They're absolutely fun to play with. Just adapt it to whatever you want. They're cool. I've used it quite a bit. They flare really nicely. You know what else flares really nicely? Mamiya lenses. They flare really, really nicely. Curtis says, yes, it's tough, but Lynn's character is tough. Might be easier to see it in comparison. Not sure, so I got to try it. Try it, dude. Do it. Make it happen. That's exactly what I was wanting out of one. I don't know what that was an answer to. Be sweet. Exactly what I was wanting out of one. I don't know what that was. Oh, King says, what are you more excited for? Sony's announcement or Apple's on the 12th? So kind of want to see Sony's announcement. I feel like Sony's going to have a couple of announcements, but I'm interested to see because I like what Sony's done. I like where they've gone. I like how they've advanced the industry. I like everything that they've done, and I think with what they've got coming, I think a lot of people are going to like that. And a cheaper option for a Venice 2 going to be very popular. And let's be honest, with the success of Komodo X and what it brings to the table, they gotta. Sorry, the Helios lens. Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, I mean, you don't need to go out there and find, Joe's remanufactured Helios lenses. Just go out there. There's literally hundreds of thousands of these lenses out there. It was the standard lens in Russia or whatever, the block, whatever, for, man, tens of 20 years, 30 years. Just find one that works. And, if they say it's clear, great. If they say it's got some fog in it, okay, take it. They're literally not. What does the Helios 442 go for these days? eBay. Helios 442. What's funny is why it's called a 442 when it's a 58 millimeter lens. I don't understand that one. Woo! Oh, these are rehoused. Okay, that's what? Yeah, there we go. No, yeah, okay. Low to high. No, I'm not buying a lens cap. Yeah, if you do it right, just buy the one that's already got the adapter on it for whatever. Yeah, $44 to adapt it, $39. And there's some of them that are radioactive too, so those are even cooler. They'll give everyone a nice glow. Yes, yeah, they're really worth trying. They're a lot of fun. Definitely, it's a fast, funky lens. The global shutter rumors sure makes it appear like they're going right up against the K. Yeah, kind of does. But I don't think they're going to hit that price point. Can they even compete? Of course they can. I mean, Red is, let me phrase it the right way so I'm not being a jerk. Well, not that way, but I mean, Red's not doing anything that anybody else couldn't do. Red's just doing it well before everybody else. Now, that is something that is really something. And they've done it their entire life. And I don't mean that in any negative way towards Red or any other manufacturer. But they're like used to the old model, and Red's like, yeah, screw it, we're going to go forward. And so they're pushing forward. I mean, global shutter could be created by anybody. I mean, anybody could create Starship from SpaceX eventually, but only Elon and SpaceX can do it on the timeline that Elon and SpaceX do it. Same thing with Red. They screw what other people are doing as the standard. We're going to push forward. And it's kind of cool to be ahead of the pack. Again, thanks for the tips, Scott. I'm going to get one. Do it. I mean, it's literally going to be $50 out of your life. You're not going to miss it. And you're definitely going to have fun with it. A lot of FX3, FX6 owners twiddling their fingers. Right. That's the interesting one. Well, you've got FX9, you got FX6. FX6 has literally just destroyed FX9. Even though technically FX9 is a better camera, it's not. And they need to update FX9. But you can't destroy into Venice's market So why not just boost Venice's market by expanding down, getting rid of FX9, and FX6 moves into that role? That's my thought. Do I bypass compression by recording on an external monitor recorder and wish to record on DNX HD or HR? Compression, yes, you'll always bypass compression because there is no compression coming out of HDMI. But you may not bypass processing, which is the bigger problem. Let me ask you a more specific question, Patrick. Coming out of what? Because some cameras offer unrestricted HDMI. Others, they call them, what are they? Do they call them compressed or uncompressed? It's the wrong word because they're not compressing. Because they're not using a compression, they are reprocessing and packaging a signal without bits. So like the C100. The C100 probably had 14 bits of sensor, but out of the HDMI, it was 8 bits. And it was 8 bits 420, I think. It was pretty bad. So usually what they go out of HDMI is they strip out bits. So they'll go 10 bit or what have you. But the uncompressed ones are literally just whatever HDMI will take. 4444 out of HDMI. 444 out of HDMI, right? It can't do what can HDMI support? Yeah, it's yeah, and other resolutions. I mean, it's weird because through the price of FX3, I don't think they're the target segment. No, they're not. It's a bump up. It'll be a $15,000 to $20,000 camera. What's the right way to answer that? There are cameras that offer no additionally processed signal out of HDMI, which means you can shoot raw from HDMI. But almost every camera that has HDMI processes, period. So you're not technically shooting raw. It's the way to look at it. Like, yeah, it's yeah, that. Hurry up, Patrick. Get your statement clarification in there. What you're shooting on. I mean, if you're shooting on, like some of the newer Sonys have wide open HDMI, which means you can go and shoot all the bits that it can transfer through HDMI as raw into your recorder, in which case you can treat it that way. But it's not. Ouch. Such as the Sony ACR. Yeah, Sony ACR stripped capabilities and features so that they could produce a lower price point. Oh, so soothing. Oh, yeah. Just like 4 little spots is all it is. There we go. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, okay. Potentially, I mean, one reason they chose these cams is because they are very, very, very good. Let's see who will jump on the bandwagon. A lot of Komodo owners jumped to V-RAPTOR, and there was a big price jump. Yeah, I mean, people accelerate. People accelerate really fast. If you can accelerate, then yeah, it makes sense. I mean, V-RAPTOR VistaVision is one of the absolute best cinema cameras out there, period. As I bite my tongue to make sure. Yeah. One day, oh, push the puppy cam. One day, everything will come out and heads will explode. Hi, Scott. Is there a way to export a raw still from it? Yes, for editing in a raw photo editing app like Lightroom or Capture One, similar to pulling a frame from some DNG. So you can, through Cine X, I'm going to look it up. So in Cine X, you can export stills just by clicking. There's 3 buttons. Advanced Drag and Debear is one of them, but there's a still, which would be like a JPEG or a TIFF. You could select that one. The other one is an R3D still, and you can extract an R3D still. The question comes in, can you convert an R3D still to a DNG, or can it export? I don't know if you can convert it to a DNG to get it into like Lightroom. Yeah, I'm looking. I was trying to find if there was. I don't see it. Let's see here. Now I want to know. Convert. I mean, I literally pull stills all the time so that I can grade them. No, no. Let's see if this will take it. Let's see if it will. Does it state? I don't know if it'll try it. Is there a list? Let's see. See, camera raw 15 supported cameras. Because I'm wondering if the Adobe DNG converter would work. Never tried it. Okay, let's see. It's added. Supported cameras. Let's see. Woo, that's a long list. It's a great question because I've just never done it. No, that doesn't. So yeah, it doesn't support Adobe Camera Raw. Doesn't support R3D. I don't know. I don't know. That's actually a Jared question. I don't know if Jared's still on here. He's probably not. He's probably out making Neener or something. Plan on buying on the cheap, but with the external recorder to compensate so that the main point I'm looking for is at least 422. Yeah, I mean, any of the later cameras with HDMI, it'll say you can shoot RAW, which means that you'll be able to record. You'll be getting mostly raw sensor data, so you can you'll get processed, but it'll still be mostly raw. It'll be 12-bit, I believe, technically, is all that HDMI supports. But then you can record 10-bit 422, yes. Nikon Z8, yep. Oh, hey, Preston. What's up, buddy? How are you? How are you in the world of it's not 107 degrees? Miss you, man. I haven't seen you I haven't physically seen you since we had tacos together. That would have been 2017. Yeah. Miss you, buddy. Let's see. RAW to TIFF to DNG. Man, I don't know. That's actually probably a good Jared question or a Phil question. Without DNG conversation, I don't know if you could open the files in those apps. Yeah, it doesn't support it, Brandon. I looked up the camera raw. It doesn't support it. And Resolve, just go to the color page and export still. Can you export a still as a DNG in? Yeah, you can, because it does. No, it's a DPX. It does DPX. Can you do DMG out of there? I've seen converters for ProRes RAW to set up a DNG. Yeah, because the problem there is who has the license to do it, I believe. If you can export a DNG from Resolve, then you could do it because Resolve can handle R3D's import, including stills. I'm more of a video head, so I miss it when you can edit directly on cam files, DV for media. Well, sure. I mean, yeah, I mean, DNX HD, are you an Avid guy? You one of those Avid guys? By the way, what do y'all think of Avid getting acquired? What do you think is going to happen? Because I think Avid's going to get parted out. I think Avid is going to get separated from Pro Tools, which is going to be interesting because they've been brought back, or they've been brought together over the years. But they got acquired. Something's going to happen. Something's going to happen. Yes, you can do DNG RAW. Okay, well then there you go. So if you export the R3D still from Red City X, take the still, drag it into Resolve, and then go to the color page, export still, and save it as a raw DNG. There you go. Avid will be parted out and sold for pieces. I agree. That's my guess. I believe someone will pick up Pro Tools. I don't know who will pick up Pro Tools, but I can tell you if whoever picks up Pro Tools goes monthly, then it won't matter who picks it up. The future of software is not software as a service. I can tell you right now. I can tell you right now. All right, who's got any last questions? Because I want to go eat my Chinese. I want to go make my fried rice. I want to go chillax. And I'm all out of props to burn. I'm very hungry. And I didn't like the freshly mowed lawn. I don't know what to do about that. Beer before liquor, never sicker. Liquor before beer, never fear. Okay. Well, all right. Justice says, thanks, guys. Thanks for the discussion. Glad to have you back. Me too, Justin. I am very happy. Set's falling apart. That was just my USB charger. Yeah, I'm glad to be back, and I'm glad to be back in the thick of things. VertZ will buy Pro Tools. Maybe. I was thinking, you know what would be a smart buy? If Blackmagic bought them. Boy, would that make Resolve really functional. Whew. Timmy says, go get a better beer and have a good fried rice dinner. Thank you, Timmy. I appreciate you. All right, everyone. I'm going to jump out of here. Rex and I are going to software your house or your toothpaste. You'll own nothing and be happy. I mean, some say. Everyone have a fantastic weekend. We'll see you here next Friday, but don't forget to stay tuned for those reviews coming real soon. Yeah, I didn't say move from. Incorporate. Yeah. I missed you, Ollie. I missed all of you. Y'all are all part of my Friday, and I enjoy being back, and I'm excited. But get 22 of your friends to subscribe so I can hit 10,000 and walk around on a cloud for a couple of days. And then everyone have a fantastic weekend. I hope you all eat something enjoyable, shoot something enjoyable with film, with digital film. And, hug your loved ones because you never know. Everyone have a fantastic weekend. Well, that was a kind of a bummer statement, wasn't it? Yeah. Y'all just have a fantastic weekend. We'll see you shortly. And as always, as I like to leave it, don't let your passions center around your life. Let your life center around your passions. All right. You ready to go, Rex? Rex, you ready to go? Can't spell weekend. Rex. Rex. You ready to go? Ready to go? Ready to go eat? Rex, let's eat. Ready to eat? Let's eat. Let's eat. Let's eat, buddy. Come on.